What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to write a hit song. So what we're going to do is we're just basically break down some theory, show you how a lot of hit songs are written and what chords they tend to use and how you can use them to your advantage. So if you don't know music theory, you should. It's going to really help you to write songs at a whole different level. You'll really understand everything when you're writing, when you're playing songs. It's just something that I always teach my students. It's kind of like a necessary evil, no matter how boring it might be. If you know it, it's going to make your understanding so much better. You'll be taking on songs so much faster. You'll be writing much better songs because this is what it's all based off of. Every song you've ever written, or every song you've ever played, is based off of this scale, a major scale. It's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay? And what that does, that gives us 7 notes essentially that we can use. We're going to use the key of C. And by the way, if you get lost, I've got a link just below. If you're on the website, I've got all of that just below the video so you can kind of follow along. So that major scale formula, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, gives us in the key of C, C, which goes a whole step to D, whole step to E, half step to F, whole step to G, whole step to A, whole step to B, and then a half step to C. Okay? So those are the notes that we get to play with. Now, to go a step further, there's a major scale chord sequence that goes major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Without going into all of that, what that basically means is we can kind of put that as our filter from our note through that filter, that formula, into our chords. That gives us the chords that we need, and that's what we're getting to. Again, it's all below the video. But the chords would now be C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and then there's a B diminished, which we won't need, so we're just going to skip that really, but it's back to C. Okay? So anyways, most songs are written out of really just those chords, and actually it's a lot less. You want to write, say, like a hit song. So most hit songs are using the major chords in that sequence. So what we call the 1, 4, 5. So in the chord sequence it was 1, which is C, D minor is 2, E minor is 3, F is 4, G is 5, and then A minor is 6, and we won't worry about diminished. So C, F, and G would be the chords that I would choose first if I really wanted to write a happy hit song. Let me give an example of just different kind of things you could do just with those 3 chords, okay? Again, we're in the key of C major, so I'm going to kind of start with that. Try another. Right? Any order I put those chords, as long as I make my bass the C, it sounds great, and that's how most songs are written, using 1, 4s, and 5s. Now, to go beyond that, if you want to kind of make things a little bit more complex and shake it up, you could throw in any of those other chords. As long as you're choosing those chords in the scale, it's going to sound great. Some will sound better than others, but that's up to you to really decide at that point. So you could do something like this. You could play the C major. We could choose the 3rd chord in the sequence, which is E minor, right? Then we could do the 6th chord. Then we could do the, I don't know, the 5 chord. We'll talk about that in a second. So that would sound like this. Sounds good as well, right? Maybe not as happy as when I was using all my major chords, because major chords sound happy, minor chords tend to sound a little sad. But it still sounds great, and I could shuffle that in any order I want. So one additional last tip I'll give you to write a really good or a hit song in the key of C, that is, or in any key actually, is to use the 5 chord at the very end. Use that as your 4th chord in the sequence. Choose 4 chords, whatever chord you want. Choose the 5 chord. In this case, it's a G major, because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, G major. If I use the 5 chord, in the end, it's really going to bring me back around to the C, my 1 chord, really nicely. So if I go 1 and then 5, 1 chord being on the first measure, and my 5 chord being on the last measure, the 4th measure that is. Choose any chords you want in between. It's going to sound really, really great. It's going to bring it home. Because when I go from 5 to 1, it's called a perfect cadence. You're going to see that in a lot of songs. So look through your songs that you played before. You'll see that a ton. It's a great little songwriter's trick, and I want you to use it too. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up some more chords, and I'm going to show you how that is in action. Do a C, F, C, to G. See the way that brings me back? Again, I chose all major chords there. I really try to push this though. I'll throw that D minor in there as well now as well. I just realized I've been using that. Let's try it. Boom. I'm just choosing chords at random. I'm literally making this whole video up as I go. But because I know the concepts, I've been writing songs with these techniques for years, I know it will work, and it'll work for you. So use it, have some fun with it, leave some comments below, like this video, share it, and make sure you subscribe for more just like this. Thank you so much, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.